Hi there, my name is Karen and I'm from the Wellbeing Services Glasgow South, and I'm here today to talk to you about assertiveness. So, what is assertiveness? Assertiveness is an important interpersonal skill used when communicating with others. It involves expressing your thoughts, feelings and needs in a calm, positive and confident manner, whilst also listening and respecting the needs and wants of others. To understand what assertiveness is, it can be helpful to explain what it is not. Assertiveness is not communicating in an aggressive or passive manner. Aggressive communication. Often, those who use aggressive communication styles believe they are being assertive, as it does involve sticking up for yourself and getting your needs met. However, it differs significantly from assertiveness, as it involves the individual believing that only their needs and wants are important, therefore ignoring the needs of others. Traits of aggressive communication may involve believing that only your needs matter, looking out for yourself, often involves bullying or pushing others around, may lead to shouting or physical aggression, talking over people, interrupting or not listening, forcing your opinions and needs onto others, taking rather than compromising, and often may become easily frustrated. Examples of aggressive verbal behaviours are emphasis on the I, to have a loud and overbearing tone, may use criticism and humiliation to get their needs met, have a hard and sharp tone, may use blaming language, or be threatening in their questioning and response. Examples of non-verbal behaviours are finger pointing, fist clenching, pacing around, crossing of the arms, staring down in an attempt to intimidate, scowling, and may have a firm set jaw. Using aggressive communication may certainly get your needs met, however, this is often at the expense of others. Recipients of aggressive communication often feel devastated and put down, which in turn may lower their self-esteem. As a result, aggressive communication often damages relationships as it induces fear and hostility. Passive communication. This involves ignoring or not expressing your own needs and wants, or if you do express them, doing so in an apologetic manner, which makes it easy for others to disregard them. A passive communicator may allow others to make decisions for them and often prioritises the needs of others before their own. Individuals who are more passive in their communication style may undermine their own thoughts, feelings and opinions by using passive phrases such as, "Oh, I really don't mind." Traits of passive communication may involve believing that your needs do not matter at all, trying to keep the peace, not expressing your thoughts, feelings, needs and wants, prioritising the needs of others, not talking or being heard, allowing yourself to be bullied, a lack of confidence, allowing others to take advantage, and difficulty saying no. Examples of passive verbal behaviours can be long, rambling sentences, justifying what you're saying, apologising, self-put-downs, self-dismissal, and a soft, quiet tone. Examples of passive non-verbal behaviours can be poor eye contact, hunched shoulders, hand wringing, lip biting, frequent throat clearing, and covering the mouth with your hands. Passive communication often involves pleasing others. Therefore, it is an effective way to avoid conflict. However, this type of communication may result, whether intentionally or not, in others taking advantage of your good nature by making unreasonable requests which you feel unable to say no to. Passive communication can damage relationships, as you may feel that other people are ignoring or simply not caring about your needs. This can lead to feelings of inferiority, resentment, anger, anxiety, hurt and disappointment, all of which will impact negatively on your self-worth. Assertive communication. Think of assertiveness as being the perfect balance between aggressive and passive communication. It allows you to stand up for your own rights and the rights of others in a way that is open, honest, and respectful, and recognises the importance of both people's needs. Assertive communication enables us to be able to ask for what we want from others, as well as providing us with the ability to say no. Traits of assertive communication may involve recognising that your needs matter as much as anyone else's, making sure that things are fair for everybody involved, having the ability to say no, talking and listening, compromising, standing up for yourself, expressing your point clearly and confidently, and being respectful. Examples of passive verbal behaviours can be where your tone is not over loud or quiet, few hesitations, brief I statements, seeking others' opinions, and non-blaming. Examples of non-verbal behaviours can be open hand movements, relaxed body posture, direct eye contact without staring, appropriate facial expressions, and having a relaxed jaw. Using assertive communication has a positive impact on our relationships as we are communicating in a way which allows all parties to feel that they are being listened to and that all needs are equally important. This in turn increases self-worth in both parties. It allows for clear, open communication about your needs, therefore there is less likely that confusion or conflict will arise. Whilst assertive communication does not guarantee that we will get what we want, it certainly increases the likelihood of getting our needs met. We at the Wellbeing understand that whilst this is the most effective form of communication, it is not always easy to act in an assertive manner. So, what stops us from acting assertively? Interpersonal reasons. Human beings are social creatures and we like to be around others. Quite often, people fear that by expressing their needs or saying no may upset the other individual, cause conflict, or lead to rejection by the other person. People may hold certain beliefs that by not acting assertively, you are more likely to be accepted and loved. Fear of creating distance from others is understandable. However, remember that being assertive is more likely to improve relationships as it allows you to be more open and honest about what is going on for you and is therefore less likely to lead to frustration and conflict. Low self-esteem. People with low self-esteem find it difficult to be assertive, as they may believe that their opinions do not matter or that nobody would be interested in what you have to say. When we hold these beliefs, we are viewing ourselves as unworthy or not good enough. Lack of self-esteem may result in others taking advantage of you, which in turn can lead you to entering a vicious cycle of increasing low self-esteem. Acting more assertively allows your voice to be heard, resulting in increased confidence and self-esteem. You do not know how. Articulating our needs and wants can be difficult, and we may not have had the opportunity to learn the necessary skills to become assertive. The good news is that assertiveness is a skill that can be learned and developed. Tips on how to become assertive. 1. Be specific. First, work out for yourself what it is exactly that you want to say. This will enable you to express what you want to say in a clear and direct manner. Keep your statement brief and do not overcomplicate them. 2. Use I statements. When we use the term you in communication, e.g., you make me feel, why have you done X, Y, and Z, it is implying that the other person is at blame. This can result in the person at the receiving end of this message to become defensive and conflict is more likely to arise. Using I statements keeps the onus of responsibility on the speaker, whilst at the same time effectively defining what is needed. 3. Compromise. Remember, assertiveness is not about winning. In assertive communication, all parties are equal. Therefore, it is about finding a compromise where both individuals' needs are taken into consideration. This will involve actively listening to the other person's point of view and working together to create a solution to the problem. Remember, it is okay to agree to disagree. Having a different point of view does not mean that either party is wrong in what they say. 4. Say no. Everybody has the right to say no. If you'd like to say no, acknowledge the person's request and without apologising, state why you are declining their request. If possible, suggest an alternative course of action where both parties' needs will be met. Remember, this is compromise. If saying no feels difficult or you are unsure as to what you would like to do, it is perfectly reasonable to state that you'd like some time to think about it. If the other person persists with the request, use the broken record technique. This involves repeating the word no or a concise statement of refusal over and over again. 5. Don't make excuses. Making excuses gives the impression that you actually would like to say yes, if it was not for these pesky barriers. This will lead the other party to try and problem solve so that you can carry out their request, therefore making it more difficult to say no in the long run. We can all be more assertive at different times and in different situations. Take the time to think about situations which make it more difficult for you to be assertive. Are there any particular people? Are you experiencing any personal negative beliefs about being assertive? Now try to think about how you can become more assertive in these situations. What skills could you use? What could you say to yourself? Remember, assertiveness can be difficult. However, it is a skill that can be practiced and learned. Becoming more assertive impacts positively on both our physical and psychological well-being as it reduces stress, improves relationships, and increases confidence and self-esteem. If you would like more information, please see the Wellbeing website. If you are really struggling, please contact your GP or NHS 24 or the crisis team. This can be done through NHS 24 on 111. Alternatively, telephone the Samaritans on 116 123 or try to talk things through with a loved one. I hope that you have found this helpful. Thank you. Bye.